Germany, where people drink beer for breakfast, relax unclothed in public parks, and build entire cities inside volcanic craters. Sounds unbelievable? That's just the beginning. From pumpkin festivals and legal prison breaks to some of the most elegant and independent women in Europe. Here are 15 shocking facts about Germany that will change the way you see this country forever. Number 15, the only European country with entire cities built inside active volcanic craters. Germany hides one of Europe's most surprising geological secrets. Entire towns built inside the remains of ancient volcanic craters. One of the most stunning examples is the town of Daun, located in the East Eifel volcanic field, where thousands of people live surrounded by deep, serene crater lakes known as mares, formed by explosive eruptions tens of thousands of years ago. What's truly fascinating is that this volcanic region is not entirely dormant. Scientists still monitor underground volcanic activity as the region remains geothermally active, with shifting magma deep below the surface. While there hasn't been an eruption in over 10,000 years, the area is considered potentially active, and researchers keep a close eye on seismic movements and gas emissions. Germany may not come to mind when you think of volcanoes, but it's the only country in Central Europe where entire communities live inside ancient craters still watched closely by volcanologists. Did this geological secret blow your mind? Leave a comment with the number 15 if it did. Number 14, the most dangerous highway rule in the world. In Germany, it's perfectly legal to drive over 150 miles per hour on certain highways, but if your tank runs dry, you could face a hefty fine or even jail time. That's right, on the world-famous Autobahn, running out of fuel isn't seen as bad luck. It's considered reckless endangerment. The logic is that gas is your responsibility, and stopping on a high-speed highway puts lives at risk. Even more shocking, if you try to walk to a gas station, that's a second offense. In Germany, freedom comes with precision. You can fly down the road like a race car driver, but one careless mistake could make you a criminal. And here's another odd rule. It's illegal to honk your horn unless it's a genuine emergency. Using it out of frustration, celebration, or just to say hi can land you a fine. In Germany, freedom comes with rules, and those rules are enforced with precision. Number 13, the most beautiful and independent women in Europe. Walk through the streets of Berlin or Munich and you'll be struck by the women here. They're tall and graceful, with clear blue eyes, soft skin, and natural blonde or light brown hair. Most don't wear much makeup because they don't need it. A long coat, clean jeans, and a pair of classic leather boots is all it takes to turn heads. But what truly makes German women stand out is their independence. They're bold, direct, and completely comfortable taking the lead whether in work, life, or love. In fact, German women are among the tallest in Europe, averaging 170 centimeters, and they carry themselves with the kind of presence that demands respect. Nearly 38% of German women are single by choice. They're focused on education, careers, and freedom. But dating apps like Bumble and Once are popular here. And interestingly, German women are 30% more likely than men to make the first move. In relationships, things are refreshingly different here. Many German women will make the first move, split the bill without hesitation, and expect full equality from their partners. They value real connection, not gestures or games. And when they choose to commit, they become caring partners and loving mothers who make time for home and family. Want to know how to win over a woman this confident, honest, and stunning? Drop a comment with number 8 and we'll give you the answer. Number 12, the country with the most castles in the world. Did you know that Germany has more castles than any other country on Earth? With over 25,000 castles scattered across its landscape, Germany's castle density is simply unmatched. That's nearly one castle for every 14 square kilometers. From the fairy tale-like Neuschwanstein that inspired Disney to the imposing Heidelberg Castle ruins, Germany's castles aren't just historical artifacts, but living museums that tell the story of Europe's most complicated history. In the Rhine Valley alone, you can find over 40 castles along a 65-kilometer stretch of river, creating one of the most castle-dense regions anywhere on the planet. What makes German castles truly unique is their diversity. You'll find medieval defensive fortresses perched on mountaintops, elegant Renaissance palaces surrounded by geometric gardens, and romantic 19th century castles that look straight out of a storybook. Many have been transformed into museums, hotels, or restaurants, allowing visitors to actually live like royalty, even if just for a night. In what other country could you sleep in a genuine 12th century castle tower while enjoying modern 5-star luxury? If you want to hear more about Germany's incredible castles, leave a comment with the number 12 below. Number 11, the world's most bread-obsessed nation. Germany's relationship with bread goes far beyond basic nutrition. It's practically a national obsession that has shaped German culture for centuries. With over 3,200 officially recognized types of bread, Germany has more bread diversity than any other nation on Earth. That's not an exaggeration. The German Bread Institute actually maintains an official registry of bread varieties. From dense pumpernickel that stays fresh for months to delicate Brötchen rolls that must be eaten within hours of baking, bread is taken so seriously that German bakeries open at 6 a.m. to ensure fresh bread for breakfast is a possibility for everyone. The average German consumes approximately 84 kilograms of bread per year, nearly triple the consumption in many Western countries. But the fascinating part isn't just the quantity, it's how bread shapes daily life. Germans have specific breads for specific meals and occasions. There are regional bread specialties that locals fiercely defend as superior. There are even bread museums scattered around the country celebrating this staple food. When Germans travel abroad, bread homesickness is real. Many pack their suitcases with bread when leaving the country, or complain that foreign bread simply isn't actual bread. In what other country would customs officials regularly confiscate bread being smuggled back from vacations because people can't bear to be without their favorite loaf? Curious about which German bread is considered the absolute best? Leave a comment with number 9 and we'll tell you about the fierce regional bread rivalries. Number 10, the country with a beach inside a giant aircraft hangar. Germany isn't famous for tropical beaches, but what if we told you there's a beach resort just outside Berlin, inside a massive aircraft hangar? Tropical Islands Resort, built in an old Soviet airship hangar, is the largest indoor water park and beach resort in the world. Picture this: palm trees swaying gently, a clear blue lagoon for swimming, sandy beaches, and even rainforest trails, all indoors beneath a massive dome. Visitors lounge on beaches, sip cocktails, and forget that the weather outside might be freezing cold. Amazingly, this enormous artificial paradise even has its own weather system, producing gentle rainfall and humidity to maintain a realistic tropical atmosphere. The best spot is the South Sea area, where Germany's largest indoor pool has a 200-meter shoreline with waves lapping against genuine imported sand. Nearby, wooden walkways lead through a real rainforest with over 50,000 plants and dozens of tropical bird species flying freely overhead. Visitors can stay overnight in thatched roof bungalows built inside the dome. So even though Germany's real coastline is far from tropical, thousands flock to this unique attraction every year for an authentic feeling island escape in the middle of Europe. Number 9, Berlin, the most affordable capital city in Western Europe. While most Western European capitals have become very expensive, Berlin is a remarkable exception as the most affordable major capital city in Western Europe. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in central Berlin runs about 700 to 900 euros per month, which is half the cost of Paris or London. Restaurant meals, public transportation, and cultural activities are also affordable, making Berlin accessible in ways that other world-class capitals simply aren't. What makes this affordability even more extraordinary is that it comes with world-class amenities. But it's after dark that Berlin truly comes alive with what many consider the most legendary nightlife on the planet. Unlike other cities where nightlife follows predictable patterns, Berlin's club scene operates with almost no rules. Many clubs open on Friday night and don't close until Monday morning, with people dancing for literally days without interruption. The city's most famous club, Berghain, is so notoriously selective that getting past the doorman is considered an achievement worthy of celebration. What makes Berlin's nightlife unique isn't just its intensity, but its authenticity. Clubs are housed in abandoned power plants, old factories, and underground bunkers. There's no VIP culture or bottle service. Everyone is equal on the dance floor. And the famous no photos policy ensures people can express themselves freely without fear of ending up on social media. For those seeking something less intense, countless beer gardens, quirky bars, and relaxed outdoor spaces offer alternatives to the city's renowned techno temples. Number 8, the only country with a festival dedicated entirely to pumpkins. Germany loves its festivals, but one of the most charmingly unusual is the Ludwigsburg Pumpkin Festival, the largest pumpkin celebration on Earth. Every autumn, Ludwigsburg Castle near Stuttgart transforms into a colorful pumpkin wonderland, attracting over 500,000 visitors each year. More than 450,000 pumpkins are used to create massive sculptures, including pumpkin dinosaurs, fairy tale castles, and even pumpkin boats that visitors race across a lake. Of course, you can taste every possible pumpkin food from soup and sausages to cakes and even pumpkin wine. Families gather to carve pumpkins, watch pumpkin growing contests, and enjoy pumpkin-themed storytelling. Only in Germany would pumpkins be celebrated so spectacularly. Have you ever visited a unique food festival anywhere in the world? Share your experience in the comments. Number 7, the largest beer festival in the world. Everyone knows Oktoberfest, Germany's world-famous beer festival held in Munich. But here's something that might surprise you. It actually doesn't start in October. That's right. Despite its name, this famous festival starts in mid-September and only runs into October for its final few days. It began back in 1810 as a wedding celebration for a Bavarian prince. Over time, they moved it earlier to catch warmer weather. When Oktoberfest opens in Munich, it's a big deal. The mayor taps the first beer barrel and shouts, "O zapft is," which means it's tapped, to start the party. After that, millions of people from around the world flood into huge beer tents that can each hold thousands of visitors. The festival is a visual treat. Women wear colorful, traditional dresses called dirndls with pretty embroidery. Men dress in leather shorts called lederhosen with decorative suspenders. Massive beer tents are beautifully decorated with flowers and ribbons. Brass bands play music while people dance on benches. Outside, carnival rides light up the night sky, and food stands sell giant pretzels and sausages. It's a feast for the eyes as much as for the stomach. Number 6, the most comfortable country in the world without clothes. In Germany, seeing people sunbathing or swimming without clothes is completely normal. Germans call this tradition Freikörperkultur, meaning free body culture. It started over 100 years ago and remains popular today. You'll find special parks, beaches, lakes, and even entire campsites where being unclothed is common and accepted. For Germans, being unclothed isn't about being shocking or sexual. It's simply about feeling natural and free. People of all ages, from children to grandparents, participate without embarrassment. In big cities like Berlin and Munich, it's not unusual to see people casually relaxing unclothed in parks on sunny days. Tourists are often surprised at first, but soon realize it's just another part of Germany's relaxed attitude toward life. Public baths and saunas even have strict rules that everyone must be unclothed for hygiene reasons. For many Germans, life without clothes is simply part of feeling truly free. Number 5, the only country where escaping prison isn't a crime. Here's something that shocks most visitors. In Germany, breaking out of prison isn't actually illegal. German law sees wanting to be free as a basic human right, so prisoners who escape don't get extra time added to their sentence. Of course, there's a catch. While the escape itself isn't punished, any crimes committed during the escape, like damaging prison property, stealing, or hurting someone, will still land you in trouble. So if you somehow manage to escape without breaking any other laws, you wouldn't face extra punishment when caught. This unusual law has existed since the late 1800s. Germans believe that it's only natural for humans to want freedom, so they shouldn't be punished just for trying to get it. Don't get any ideas, though. German prisons are still very secure, and successful escapes are extremely rare. But it's interesting to think that if you did escape, you'd only have to serve your original time when caught. Not a single extra day just for trying to break free. What's the most surprising law you've heard about from another country? Share it in the comments. Number 4, the most disciplined waste recyclers on the planet. Germans take recycling to an almost religious level. While many countries talk about environmental protection, Germany actually lives it through what might be the most complex and effective waste management system ever created. The average German home has at least 6 different trash bins: blue for paper, yellow for packaging, brown for compostable waste, gray or black for residual waste, white for clear glass, green for colored glass, and sometimes even more for specific materials. And there are strict rules for each. Mistakenly put plastic in the paper bin, And don't be surprised if your neighbors politely or not so politely correct you. Here's the craziest part. Germany recycles 67% of its household waste, the highest rate in the world. Germany's bottle and can deposit system, called FAND, is so effective that it's nearly impossible to find discarded containers on German streets. When you buy a drink, you pay an extra 25 cents that you only get back when you return the container. This brilliant system keeps streets clean and recycling rates high. Even more shocking is that Germans separate their trash so methodically that special waste collection vehicles with multiple compartments drive through neighborhoods, and citizens will often wash their recyclables before disposal to ensure they're properly processed. What appears to foreigners as an obsession is actually one of the most forward-thinking environmental protection systems on Earth. Number 3, the high-tech country that loves cash more than credit cards. Germany has a surprising split personality when it comes to money. While German engineers build some of the world's most advanced cars, machines, and computers, most Germans still prefer using cash instead of credit cards or phone payments. This creates a strange situation for visitors. You might be in one of the most modern cities in Europe, but when you try to pay at a restaurant with your credit card, the waiter might say, "Sorry, cash only." About 77% of all store purchases in Germany are made with physical money, one of the highest cash rates in any rich country. Why do Germans love cash so much? It's about privacy and control. Many Germans believe Bargeld is Freiheit, which means cash is freedom. They don't want banks and companies tracking what they buy. This thinking comes from Germany's difficult history with government surveillance and money problems. As a visitor, you'll notice this right away. You'll see fancy restaurants that don't take cards, ATMs everywhere, and even expensive shops where people buy luxury items with stacks of cash. Remember to always carry euros when visiting Germany. You'll definitely need them. Number 2, the only country where breakfast includes beer. Think having a beer with breakfast would be strange? Not in Germany. In Bavaria, Germany's largest state, there's a traditional morning meal called Frühschoppen that includes Weisswurst or white sausage, pretzels, sweet mustard, and a cold wheat beer. This breakfast beer isn't about getting drunk. It's part of Germany's deep food culture. The special white sausages are made fresh each morning and traditionally should be eaten before noon. As Germans say, the sausage shouldn't hear the church bells at midday. The beer is considered the perfect partner for these delicate sausages. In Munich's famous beer gardens, you'll see locals enjoying this breakfast on weekend mornings. Business people, families, and friends gather for this social meal where the beer is just as important as the food. Nobody raises an eyebrow at someone drinking beer at 9 a.m. Many German breweries even make special breakfast beers that are lighter and less bitter. The wheat beers served in the morning are often lower in alcohol and have a refreshing taste that Germans believe helps digestion. So next time you're in Germany, especially Bavaria, don't be surprised if your hotel breakfast buffet includes beer alongside juice and coffee. Would you try beer with your breakfast? Let us know in the comments. Number 1, the country with Europe's best value for quality lifestyle. Despite being one of the world's strongest economies, Germany offers the best value for quality lifestyle compared to other Western nations. The secret lies in a system designed to balance economic strength with accessibility for average citizens. Housing in Germany is controlled by regulations that keep rents reasonable. Groceries for a single person typically run 200 to 300 euros monthly, with Germany's competing supermarket chains driving prices down while maintaining quality. The average German worker earns approximately 47,700 euros annually, though this varies by profession and region. These salaries are supported by strong unions and worker protections that ensure fair compensation across industries. What makes Germany truly exceptional is how far this money goes. Healthcare is universal and comprehensive with monthly contributions based on income. Public transportation is extensive and affordable, with monthly passes ranging from 60 to 90 euros in most cities. Education, including university, is either free or very low cost, eliminating the student debt common in other countries. Altogether, a single person can live comfortably in most German cities with 1,800 to 2,200 euros per month, including housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and entertainment. With this balanced lifestyle, would you choose to settle here? If yes, choose 1. If no, choose 0. Please share your answer in the comments. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Tap the screen for more content like this. See you in the next one.